Zell Boy Army, welcome to another spicy one on the channel. We are looking at the 6 PM content that EA have dropped, and it is a Showdown SBC. If you like this type of content, where I review the newest content that comes out at 6 PM every day, subscribe to the channel because I review it every day, give you my lowdown on it, say whether it's worth doing, what I think of it. Subscribe, like, get involved. Let's have a look then. It is the Champions League tie between Borussia Mönchengladbach, I think I've said that right, and Manchester City. A little bit easier to say that one. So let's look at how much they cost first. So the Mönchengladbach player, Patrick Herrmann, 83-84, 100, 150k maybe we're looking at for him. We'll look at the cards and compare them as well, of course. We've got Zinchenko, 84 at 86. Okay, we might be looking at what, 250k? 250k for Zinchenko? Not sure about that one. Let's have a look though at the cards. So we've got Herrmann. Let's get him up. Apparently I've spelled it wrong.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, need to turn my desktop sound off. Thank you though, Ainsley. Okay, so we've got Patrick Herrmann there. We'll get Zinchenko next to him. Because obviously, before we discuss the value of the cards, we need to actually look at the cards and see whether they look good or not. Okay, so one thing I want to say before we end it, I don't know if EA have said yet if it is based on who wins the first leg or who wins the tie. If it is who wins the tie, then you're going to have to wait a bit longer anyway for the upgrade. And I am almost certain Man City will win the tie. I know that could come back to bite me, but Man City are arguably the most informed team in world football right now, probably up there with PSG. Man City are on fire, and they're dominating the Premier League. They're on one of Pep's longest win streaks of his career. And Mönchengladbach, they're a good team, but I would be very surprised if they can beat Man City. So, if it is over the whole tie, Zinchenko is likely to get the upgrade. If it is over one leg, Mönchengladbach are at home, I think then I would still favour Man City to win the tie. I'd have to look at the betting odds on it and see what they think as well, but I think that Man City would be favourites to win the first leg anyway. But yeah, you have to bear that in mind before you do the SBC. But right now, I don't think they've actually told us. But I would assume it's over the two legs. Let's look at Herrmann's card anyway. Herrmann's 150k. He's in a league that doesn't have a lot of great depth at right wing. If they'd have made him a 4-star card, I'd have been interested. He is a decent right wing back. He doesn't have good defending, but defending's fairly irrelevant. He's not a great attacker with that 4-star weak foot missing. He's only got the 3-star weak foot. Interesting work rates. I don't really like the look of that Herrmann a lot. He's a strong link to Zakaria, obviously another Borussia Mönchengladbach player. But this Patrick Herrmann doesn't look that exciting, to be honest. It is just a solid card. If he had 20 more defending, a 4-star weak foot, and a few more on some of his other stats, I'd be talking about one of the best right wing backs in the game. But really, if we compare him to other, wingers from that league, let's compare him, see what else there is. I mean, that Bailey was an SBC, I think. There's not a lot there in terms of right wingers. You've got Sancho. Sancho doesn't have the weak foot either, but I would still rather take that Sancho because of his extra dribbling stats. The skill moves, higher shooting than that Herrmann, and Dortmund's easier to link in. Reina is miles better, but these are going to be more expensive cards, of course. People might have already had Bellarabi. Bellarabi is a similar card, to be honest. Gnabry's card not as good, but I'd rather just pay what he is tradable than get that Herrmann and Bayern are easier to link in. Is there any right forwards? Maybe. Anyone who's in the stream, we're just recording a video at the moment, so I'll respond to questions afterwards. But Herrmann, I can't see him. I can't see him getting a big upgrade. Like I said, whether it's the tie or not matters. I'd be surprised though if he's going to get a big upgrade. And even if he gets a +2, I wouldn't be that excited about this card with a +2. So Herrmann, no from me. Zinchenko. Okay, now Man City, Kyle Walker, strong link. Man City have some very good players. Strong link to De Bruyne. 3-star. If he was not a defender, would be a bit of a killer. This guy as a wing back in game would be pretty special. I would like him to have 4-star. Again, I don't know why with these SBCs, EA don't make them more desirable, make them a bit better. If he gets a +2, so he's got like 92 pace, his passing would be very good. He'd be pretty solid on the ball, great defending, great physical. He's a very good left back. He is a very good left back then. But what is he? 300k, 250k before you have any untradables. Let's compare him to what there is in the league. He's probably the second best left back in the Prem right now if you didn't do Adama. Let's compare him to this honourable mentions Robertson. So Robertson has a worse weak foot. Robertson's basically the same pace, similar shooting. I would prefer Robertson's passing, probably. Actually, no, Robertson's isn't crossing it. I read that wrong. Now, Zinchenko, the passing's pretty similar. Similar on the ball. Robertson's got better defending, better aggression and stamina. Because of the extra stamina and aggression, I would probably give it to Robertson. Liverpool's probably a slightly better link. But he's not too dissimilar to the best left back in the Prem right now. Which makes it quite an interesting one. But, and also if he gets a +2, that is going to make him pretty good. But if we're looking at 250, 300k for this, to me, that is a lot of coins. That is a lot of coins to put into an untradeable left back. That isn't guaranteed to get the upgrade. If he was guaranteed to get the upgrade to an 87, it'd be quite good. And I do like having different, like Zinchenko doesn't have any other good cards. I like having a few cards like this. But they should, for me, they should be doing more cards like this every day. Like, this isn't exciting. I don't scream Zinchenko and Herrmann as a showdown matchup in the Champions League. I don't know about you guys, but this isn't one that interests me that much. I'd like a bit more clarity. Maybe I've missed it. Let's go quickly look. Maybe I've missed it and they have told us what it's over. It just says from the matchup. It doesn't say which one it is. Yeah, there's no clarity about that. I don't know if they've put it somewhere. But yeah, for me, they could have picked far more exciting cards. The cards themselves, they haven't even really bothered to upgrade. Herrmann, if he'd have given us a 4-star upgrade, would have been nice. Zinchenko the same. Yeah, for me, I wouldn't be doing either of them. Maybe if you're a Man City fan, you might want to do Zinchenko. Pretty boring. Could have been a lot better. Appreciate you guys watching. Keep it spicy.